Hello everybody! We are going to do a tutorial that will kind of create the effect of sunbeams shooting through your landscape. So this is the image that we're going to use for the tutorial, and then we will be achieving this effect here. So it should kind of represent a really nice sunny day with directional light shooting from this area of the photo. So we're going to start with our preset image here, and the first thing that we're going to do is duplicate the background. So go to your background layer, right click, and duplicate the background. You're then going to set the blending mode to screen. So right here where it says normal on your layer panel, click that and set it to screen. That will kind of help create your image, make it appear a little bit more bright, and achieve more of that directional light style setting. From here we're going to add some of the blur that will become the sun rays. So go to filter, blur, and radial blur. Now mine's already preset the way it should be, but what you're going to do is you're going to add 100, so your amount should be set to 100. You are going to change the blur method to zoom, and then you're going to take this little blur center and you're going to put it wherever the sun should be in your picture. In this case, it's coming from this top right-hand corner, right around here-ish on this picture. Now, when you do this on your own pictures, you will have to kind of move this around to wherever it should be. Then hit OK. So after it processes, it should look something similar to this. And so what we're going to do now is readjust your hue color, so your hue and saturation, and then add some brightness and contrast too. So the first thing we're going to do is image adjustments, and we're going to go to levels. So here there's not really a preset way to do this. For any image you just kind of have to figure out what looks the best. We just really want to kind of decrease some of the brightness that's appearing from when we did the blur. So we're going to take our black slider, or our shadow slider, and we're going to take it down towards the 50. I'm actually going to go past the 50 and go more to the like 65 or 70. So I'm going to stay like around 68. Keep your midtone slider at 1.00, and then your highlight slider should come more towards the 200 range, but be careful because I don't want to oversaturate your picture, so I'm actually going to keep it around 240 and then hit OK. But again, that will change depending on whatever picture you're using for this tutorial. So after the levels adjustments, we are going to change around the hue and saturation levels of this photograph. So go back through image adjustments and hue and saturation. First you're going to click the colorize button, and then we're going to set our hue to around 40 and our saturation level to around 25, and that should kind of pull in a more purple brown tones into the tree trunks, and that's kind of what we're aiming for at this stage. So go ahead and hit OK. And now you can kind of see that it's kind of giving the appearance of sun rays shooting through the opening in the trees. What we're going to do now is add more sun rays to kind of give the illusion of additional stronger sunbeams. So go down to the bottom of your layer panel. You're going to add a blank layer. So it's this icon here. It should appear like this in your layer panel. You're going to get your paintbrush, and then we're going to change your brush to a speckled brush. So you can pretty much pick any one of these speckle brushes that you have preset into your brush. I just kind of pick whichever one feels the most spontaneous of the moment. So we're going to go around here, and we're going to increase the size to about 250-ish. There. And we're going to make sure that our color is white. So when you do this, you're going to basically be creating sunbeams of this speckle brush from the sun area to whatever point that you want it to kind of end. Now, do not just kind of take the brush and sweep. That is a solid brush mark, and we do not want that. So what you're going to end up having to do is kind of create individual little clicks. Oh, see, that was a bad sweep from my part. Undo, undo, there we go. So individual little brush marks. And so I'm just going to create a few of these so that they're just kind of scattered. Not a whole bunch. But it does take a little bit of time because my computer likes to lag today. So again, kind of create this sunbeam shooting this side. Seems to be when I get really fast is when it gets kind of laggy. Okay, I'm going to do one more that's kind of making that one a little bit thicker. And one more around this area here. Oh my goodness. Undo. There we go. Goodness gracious. Okay. So from there, we are going to continue to do the radial blur. So go back through Filter, Blur, and Radial Blur. Now your settings should already be preset, so just hit OK. And you'll see that it'll kind of swoop them for you. Well, it looks pretty cool. So now we're going to, change the color and then add some detail areas to our background picture. So go back through Image Adjustments and Hue and Saturation. Hit your Colorize button. And then for this one, we're going to change the hue to about 55, the saturation level to 40, and then the lightness to a negative 35. Ooh, that looks awfully dark. Let's change that to 30 and see. No. Let's change that to, well, let's keep it as 35, but then let's up our saturation level just a little bit. There we go. So instead of 55, let's keep it around the 60 or 70 range. Yeah, that's better. Hit OK. And then we are going to decrease our opacity to around 90 to begin with. Let's go a little bit lower to 75. Yes, I like that much better. Okay, so now we're going to add some details to the background. So go to your background layer. You're going to go to Image Adjustments and Hue and Saturation. We're going to increase our saturation level to 30. Hit OK. And then go Image Adjustments once more to Brightness and Contrast and add the contrast to 50. And so hopefully that kind of made everything a little bit darker, and if you really need to and feel that you need to, you can change the opacity of that that last layer we just did around 60. So that would be a finished Sunbeam tutorial, and yours will probably be something similar to this one. It might be a little bit different depending on where you put these sunbeams, but overall that would be how you create this look for this picture. Now I want you to try it with the image that I gave you, and then try it again with one of your own pictures, and then just have fun with it.